By the way, Jeffrey, it's such a great soundtrack. It's sort of the quintessential grunge soundtrack, you would
Yeah,
say.
I think Rolling Stone has named it like number 60 of its of the top 100 grunge albums of all time. Like
it really is wonderful. I have to say, I was a little disappointed because, again, I was a grunge kid. Some of my favorite grunge bands did not make it onto the soundtrack or didn't make, and they were big Seattle bands that got cut from the movie, or the Cameron Crowe for some reason decided not to use them. Is it okay? I just like to give my
I would love to hear some. Yeah.
To my favorite grunge bands of the early 90s that didn't make.
Can't wait to hear them.
So again, we had Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Mother Love Bone, Mudhoney. One of my favorites is Shrieking Zebra. It was one of my. They were so good. I mean, just that frontman was great. The Brunsons, just such a great. I think they were actually out of Portland, but
they were. Yep.
I mean, just that guttural voice that he had. Jeffrey's Assassin was one of my all-time favorites. I saw them at Lollapalooza, I think, on a side stage.
I remember they were big, and people always come up to me and they're just like, "Are you afraid?" I'm like, "Of what?" And I'm like, "Oh, I get it." I'm like, "No, I
Jeffrey's Assassin.
It's not me. It's somebody else.
It's a different.
I hope. I mean,
hey, you don't know.
You don't know.
One of my other favorites, Plummeting Orphan.
Yep.
Was just
what a logo.
Just that t-shirt was horrifying. Of course, Honey Truck. Honey Truck was just 747 with the number sevens. Of course,
of course.
Stylized. Todd Bridges.
Yeah.
Not the actor Todd Bridges.
No, just it was kind of like an homage
after. It was kind of like how Pearl Jam was originally called Mookie Blaylock.
Right.
Just Todd Bridges.
Did Todd Bridges the actor sue? Was that the reason they might have changed their name?
Yeah, but it was actually because of the action figures that they put out.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yeah. Just a couple more. My Mom's Woodshed was always. That was one of my favorites. I mean, because it was that female dual vocalist thing that I really liked. And in that same vein, Aunt Linda's Dungeon was, they did a couple soundtracks, I think, but they didn't get us one. And then, of course, I mean, what a sad story about the van. And I don't even want to get into it, but Rusted Horse Quarry was such a.
It's weird to have
ahead of their time.
It's weird to have a whole band die at once, right?
Yes. Yeah. Vaporized. How does an entire van of people get vaporized?
I don't know.
We still don't have the answers. But,
no one's looking into it, nor have they ever.
But rest in peace, Rusted Horse Quarry. And then, of course, you have the Jodie Foster children, which were, I mean, really, they were ahead of their time. And of course, they went on to, people went on to the Foo Fighters from them and a couple other bands, Silverchair and all that. And then, of course,
Yep.
And then, of course, finally, I think my favorite grunge band of all time, Dürt Wench.
Dürt Wench.
Yeah.
What was that? 747? Was that the one too you mentioned there?
Yeah, 747.
Yeah. Okay. I always remember seeing the concert posters like 747, Dürt Wench, and all the different fonts. And you're like, God, I would love to just go out there and just be part of that scene.
Yeah.
Here's something fun, Chip. Let me see if you can guess this. Finish the sentence, Chip. You ready? The film was initially about a group of Seattle grunge-loving wrestlers called, not singles. You might not know this. You might have to.
Doubles.
Singlets. Yeah. I guess because wrestlers wear singlets.
Wrestlers wear singlets, of course.
Right. These are just part of the things I found out.
Wow. Okay.
Wait. It's not true, Chip. The film was originally about a group of Seattle grunge-loving roofers called
Shingles.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great one.
I think that's right. And then there was another movie similar. It was a film initially about a Walnut Grove grunge-loving unmarried prairie girl called
Ingalls.
Yeah, the full title is Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Laura Ingalls Wilder, yes.
I don't know if you know this. They are all right now doing stuff on YouTube. Like really? All four of them. Like, what if I tell you what some of these stars are doing on YouTube and you guess the name of their channel?
Okay. Okay.
I just have just a couple. This single star now is a YouTube channel where he makes and drinks broths, consommes, minestrones, chowders, etc. It's very popular. It's also on Twitch.
One of my favorite live streams that is, I believe, Campbell's Soups.
It's Campbell's Soups. That's right, Campbell's Soup. Not only, Chip, does he make them, but when he's done making them, he spends 10 minutes eating and drinking the bowl in total silence.
Wow.
Each soup. It's kind of like ASMR. People just love to hear him slurp up a big bowl of tomato bisque.
Who wouldn't love that?
Campbell's Soups, very popular. YouTube, also Twitch. Oh boy. This single star now is a YouTube channel where he makes sandwiches. He just like makes all these amazing sandwiches. Thing is, Chip, he only uses one condiment, a traditional mustard of France, of course, named after this famous town in France. Have you ever seen it?
Is that Matt Dijon's?
It's Matt Dijon. Yeah, it's weird because he makes all these delicious sandwiches.
Yeah.
And the one thing that really holds the channel together, so one thing that people come, he puts Dijon mustard on everything. Everything. It's like, hey, look at these. He's showing you how to make a classic PBJ.
Yep.
And then at the very end. And again, much like his friend Campbell, eats the entire thing in silence.
Just quietly. I like
quietly. And sometimes it takes up to an hour because he's doing other stuff.
He's a busy guy. He's
reading contracts,
doing some chores.
Chores, right. Got a couple more, Chip. This star now is a YouTube channel where she makes candles out of grass-like plants with strappy leaves, while her husband makes truly awful music in the background with his brother. She makes candles.
So that would be wait, okay. Is that Kira's Hedgewicks?
It's Kira's Sedgwicks. Of course, sedge is the grass-like plant with strappy leaves. Right. So it's Kira's Sedgwicks. She makes these amazing candles out of this grass-like plant, and the whole time she's doing it, it's very labor-intensive. In the background, her husband, with his guitar, and his brother, his guitar, are making some of the most awful folk, rock, country music you've ever heard. And that's the draw. A lot of people, a lot of young kids are like, how long can you watch one of Kira Sedgwick's videos?
Yeah.
Right. And this is another amazing thing, Chip. At the end, good 10, 15 minutes, she eats every candle.
In silence.
Well, it's not too silent. It's loud.
It's loud because there's a lot
of coughing and hacking,
and then plus the music in the background.
Yeah, it's a maelstrom of unpleasantness.
It really is a cacophony of
just unpleasant.
Yeah,
but you know what? She's like, it gets eyeballs. People, it's viral.
Clicks. Right? It's getting clicks.
And lastly, Chip, I think this is probably everybody's favorite. Oh boy, this single star now is a YouTube channel where she prepares melted cheese served in a communal pot over a portable stove heated with a candle or spirit lamp and eaten by dipping bread into cheese using long stem forks, while her husband, Danny Elfman, just does a bunch of weird shit in the background.
I believe that is Bridget Fondue's.
It's Bridget's Fondue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.